I welcome you once again to this very channel. My name is Fidel Castro, aka the Inspired Castro. Our people say Wahala not the finish. I am really um, I'm really having a mixed feeling about what is going on in the Labour Party, especially in the Ogun State chapter. You and I have seen what is trending at the moment. Doyin Okukpe, whether Doyin Okukpe is actually expelled from Labour Party as DG of Labour Party or not. And we also saw the saga that is currently trending between Doyin Okukpe and the Labour Party spokesperson in Ogun State. You know, you and I know that supporters of Labour Party and the volunteers is purely organic. People don't wish to be paid. People don't need to be paid in order to throw their support behind the Labour Party presidential candidate. That is His Excellency, Mr. Gregory Pitobi. It is really very sad that this saga is coming up. I can't really understand why. What the spokesperson, Labour Party spokesperson in Ogun State, why he needs 20 million naira for mobilization of people. It is really, he has a very big question mark. Everybody's asking, Labour Party volunteers, are they actually being paid? Why does he need 20 million naira to mobilize volunteers, to mobilize members? 20 million naira divided by about 10,000 people is 2,000 naira per person. But from the onset, Labour Party volunteers are people who wish for a better Nigeria, people who wish for a better leadership in the country. So why then is he making such a bogus budget of 20 million naira that was eventually turned down by Doyin Okukpe? And in the end, what was spent was around less than 5 million naira. So this gives you an impression that the president of a nation, the president of Nigeria, is not actually 100% the problem of the country. That people, you and I, are part of the problem. I want to play you a video clip of where this man was being interviewed, and then you need to listen and hear what he said. Enjoy this very clip.
We also highlighted certain deeds that occurred during the rally held at Ibadan, in which Ogun State was expected to mobilize its members for that rally, and certain financial anomalies occurred, which we highlighted there, and we discovered that certain amounts was approved for the state to mobilize its members, which we have been asking, where are the funds?
Approved by who?
By the
campaign, by the campaign council.
Yeah, for each state. Well, it's unfortunate that maybe he didn't know this will get to this point in time. I mean, to a situation like this, because I have a chart sent to him. Sent to me by him, and explaining that he was personally funding the mobilization of members from Ogun State, Ekiti State, Ondo State, and Osun State for the Oyo State rally, and that there is no official amount approved for these states. But 20 million was approved for the state, for Ogun State specifically.
Mobilize how many people?
To mobilize their members.
How many people were you expected to
we
mobilize?
made an estimation of 200. Because he said we should get members, we should get 200 buses to mobilize our members. We made an estimation. It was turned down. I said it was too far high up. It was reduced to 100 buses. We forwarded to him. He still rejected it and said no, that there is no fund, that he is personally going to fund it. And he came up with an estimation of 5,195,000
to take care of 100
to take
buses.
care of, not 100, wherever it can go to. That was what he could afford, since he's personally funding that expenditure. We are grateful that he's spending his money for the party, 5,195,000. But where is?
Did he eventually spend that amount?
It was less than that. About 4 million plus was what we gathered that was given.
But not to
me, because it's so appalling that the budget we did, that we said, okay, if every member that goes there, a certain amount should be given to them, at least 5,000 as a token. But he said no, 1,000 will be given, and we said that's ridiculous. I, as the chairman of the party, cannot say I'm going to be in that position and be giving 1,000 naira to every member who left their home to go to Ibadan, and he said it's for feeding. I think that's appalling.
Is this the practice for Labour Party members? Because what seems to be out there is that as far as supporters of Peter Obi are concerned, that nobody is ever mobilized. They don't give shishi, and that is an organic movement for people to go out and support it. But you are saying here that for a rally or a campaign to hold, even for Labour Party, for the candidate of the people have to be mobilized, people have to be paid, people have to be
mobilized.
No, it's not about.
It's not about the work.
It's not about paying people. It's when you are going for a campaign as a political.
You see, actually, I think the dots are not connecting. There is actually a disconnection in this whole thing, and that is why it is causing a lot of confusion now. Labour Party supporters are purely passionate Nigerians who wish for a good leadership that will take the country out of consumption to production. So the statement of the Labour Party spokesperson in Ogun State, Michael Ashade, the dots are not actually very connected. You saw the last question they asked him, was the 20 million naira budget, was it meant to mobilize people? And was it actually meant to pay people? That is, in other words, So, but he couldn't expatiate and, answer this very question correctly. So I think people, in many cases, are actually the problem of the Nigeria of today. You and I have a role to play. And that role that we have to play is a role of discipline, is a role of character. We must learn to deviate from every form of bribery, every form of high-handedness, every form of inflation of budgets. You can hear it all. In the end, less than 5 million naira was spent out of a budget that was initially made to be 20 million naira. And I hope that the new Nigeria we are all clamoring for will be a new Nigeria where every one of us will play his or her own role in order to make the polity work. I remain your friend, Fidel de Castro, and hope to come your way sooner.